MrBallen is not famous because of luck or algorithms. He is famous because he understands how human attention works. Millions of people click on his videos every single week. But the important part is not the click. The important part is that they stay. In a genre where most viewers leave after 30 seconds, this is rare. True crime is everywhere on YouTube today. Many creators tell shocking stories. Many creators try to scare the audience. But fear alone does not create loyalty. So why does MrBallen feel different? Why do people listen instead of skipping ahead? The answer is not in the stories themselves. The answer is in how the story is delivered. Each sentence, each pause, each choice of words is designed to make you lean in. By the end, you realize you didn't just watch a story, you experienced it.
MrBallen almost never starts with background information. He starts in the middle of a situation. Something already feels wrong. The viewer has no context, and that creates discomfort. The human brain hates missing information. When something feels unfinished, we want answers. This is called an open mental loop. MrBallen opens the loop immediately, and he refuses to close it too early. Most creators explain first and hook later. MrBallen does the opposite. He hooks first and explains later. That decision alone changes everything. It makes the audience lean in without even realizing it. By the end, the story has captured your full attention. Another powerful tool MrBallen uses is pacing. He never rushes his sentences. Each sentence has space to land. He uses pauses intentionally. Silence becomes part of the story. Most YouTubers fear silence. They think silence kills retention, but silence actually increases tension. MrBallen understands this instinctively. When danger appears, he slows down. That forces the viewer to focus. Nothing feels rushed or accidental. The viewer feels guided, and guided viewers stay longer. Every pause, every slow word builds anticipation. By the end, you are fully absorbed in the story.
MrBallen became one of the most watched storytellers on YouTube by consistently holding viewer attention from the first minute to the last. His growth did not come from sudden viral luck, but from a repeatable storytelling structure used across most of his videos. In many of his uploads, the video begins without a traditional introduction or channel branding. Instead of explaining everything up front, he places the viewer directly inside an unfolding situation. This opening provides context while intentionally withholding key details. Throughout the story, important information is revealed gradually rather than all at once. He relies on calm pacing and deliberate pauses instead of fast cuts or dramatic editing. These pauses give the viewer time to process events and anticipate what will happen next. In true crime and mystery content, this method often increases watch time rather than reducing it. By repeating this structure consistently, the audience learns to trust his storytelling rhythm. That trust is a major reason viewers remain engaged even during longer videos. In many MrBallen videos, key answers are intentionally delayed for several minutes. This delay is not accidental, but a consistent pattern visible across his content. He often introduces a situation without immediately explaining how it began. Important background details are usually saved for later in the narrative. This forces the viewer to mentally track unanswered questions. Instead of resolving curiosity quickly, he allows it to build naturally. The viewer stays engaged because they expect the missing information to arrive. MrBallen rarely reminds the audience to keep watching or stay tuned. The structure itself creates enough motivation to continue watching. This technique mirrors how suspense is handled in long-form documentaries. Because the delivery remains calm, the delay never feels frustrating. The viewer feels guided rather than manipulated throughout the story. This balance between withholding and revealing information is central to his watch time success. One of the most noticeable elements in MrBallen's videos is his slow and controlled pacing. He rarely rushes through important moments in a story. Instead of filling every second with dialogue, he allows silence to exist. These moments of silence give the viewer time to absorb what was just said. In many videos, pauses appear right before critical information is revealed. This timing increases anticipation without needing visual effects or music. The calm rhythm contrasts with the often disturbing nature of the stories. Because the delivery stays controlled, the viewer feels safe enough to keep watching. Fast cuts and sudden edits are rarely used during key narrative moments. This restraint helps the story feel more credible and grounded. Over time, viewers learn that important details will be delivered clearly and calmly. This expectation reduces anxiety and increases trust in the narrator. Many of Mr. Ballen's stories involve violent, disturbing, or tragic events. Despite the subject matter, his tone of voice remains calm and controlled. He avoids shouting, whispering, or exaggerating emotional reactions. This contrast between content and delivery prevents the story from feeling sensationalized. Graphic details are usually described plainly rather than emphasized. The lack of emotional manipulation allows the viewer to interpret events independently. Because the narration stays measured, the story feels more credible. This approach separates his content from creators who rely on shock value. Viewers are less likely to feel overwhelmed or emotionally exhausted. As a result, people are willing to watch longer and more complex stories. The calm delivery also reduces the need for background music or sound effects. Silence and voice become the primary tools for creating tension. This balance allows difficult stories to remain watchable without losing impact.
MrBallen frequently repeats key information throughout his videos to reinforce understanding. This repetition is never obvious or forced. He rephrases facts in slightly different words to maintain audience interest. Important details are repeated at different points in the narrative. This helps viewers retain critical story elements without feeling lectured. Repetition also builds familiarity, which keeps the audience engaged.
He balances repetition with new information to avoid monotony.
By pacing repeated facts carefully, he emphasizes what matters most. The audience rarely notices the repetition consciously. Instead, it creates a subtle rhythm that feels natural. This technique is especially effective in longer stories. It helps maintain clarity even when the story contains complex sequences. Repetition without overemphasis is one of the reasons his storytelling keeps viewers engaged.
One key aspect of MrBallen's videos is the simplicity of his visual presentation. He rarely uses distracting graphics or fast-moving overlays. The camera usually stays in one or two stable positions throughout the story. Backgrounds are often plain or dimly lit, keeping the focus on the narrator. This visual restraint prevents the audience from being distracted from the story. Occasionally, photos or illustrations appear to support key points. These visuals are never overwhelming and always reinforce the spoken narrative. The simplicity allows viewers to focus entirely on the story's events. By limiting visual noise, he can create stronger emotional impact with minimal effort. Even during complex sequences, the audience remains oriented and attentive. This focused visual style also complements his calm and measured narration. Every element on screen has a purpose and contributes to the story. The result is a clear, immersive experience that keeps viewers engaged throughout. One of the reasons viewers stay through long MrBallen videos is the trust he builds over time. He consistently delivers information in a predictable and measured way. Viewers quickly learn that key details will be revealed clearly and accurately. This repeated consistency trains the audience to expect a certain rhythm. When viewers anticipate how the story will progress, they remain engaged. He avoids overdramatization, which reinforces credibility. Even when stories involve shocking events, the calm delivery maintains trust. Repeated structure and pacing act as subtle conditioning for the audience. Viewers learn that patience is rewarded with full explanations. This expectation keeps retention high, even during longer narratives. By combining calm narration with consistent structure, he strengthens audience loyalty. The audience begins to trust his judgment and the story itself. This trust is essential for the immersive and compelling experience his videos provide.
The unique combination of calm delivery, pacing, and structure explains MrBallen's long-term success. Viewers learn to trust that every story will be engaging and well-paced. His consistent methods create a predictable rhythm that encourages binge watching. The audience understands that key details will arrive gradually, keeping curiosity alive. Calm narration ensures that even disturbing stories remain watchable. Pauses and silences allow viewers to process complex or emotional moments. Repetition of important information reinforces memory without feeling repetitive. Minimal visual distractions keep focus on the story rather than flashy effects. By consistently applying these techniques, he conditions viewers to stay engaged. Over time, this creates a loyal audience that returns for new content. The combination of structure, pacing, and calm delivery forms a signature style. This style makes even long videos feel natural, immersive, and compelling. Ultimately, it is this careful design and consistency that keeps millions of viewers coming back.